Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to On Air with Boss, where we spotlight changemakers shaping the future of our world. Today's guest is someone who truly embodies innovation, compassion, and impact in the field of public health. Abdullah bin Abbas, the CEO of Saving Nine and a trailblazer at the forefront of emergency and mental health care in Pakistan, is a proud alumnus of Beacon House Margala Campus, Islamabad, class of 2013. Abdullah went on to earn a master's degree in public policy from the National University of Singapore. Since then, he has led initiatives that are not just groundbreaking, they are truly life-changing. From Embrace, Asia's first mental health ambulance service, to launching Pakistan's first female-led ambulance system, Abdullah has expanded life-saving healthcare access to over 100,000 people in underserved communities. His efforts have saved over 1,400 lives, launched youth social fellowships, and fostered international collaborations, including one with Columbia University. Through a powerful blend of policy, innovation, and grassroots engagement, Abdullah is redefining what accessible healthcare can and should look like. Abdullah, can you please walk us through your journey at Beacon House?
Alhamdulillah, I had an amazing time at Beacon House. I joined in 2008 in my 8th grade.
Okay.
और उसके बाद I did my O-levels, which was amazing. I had some of my best time of my school years at Beacon House. And I did my A-levels from Beacon House as well, which was a lot more tougher because, obviously studies भी थोड़ी ज़्यादा advanced हो जाती हैं. I was a pre-medical student,
Okay.
and physics, chemistry, bio, maths मेरे subjects थे. But after I started doing my A-levels, within the first few months I realized कि मेरा इन subjects में इतना interest नहीं है, but just because वो एक कंसेप्शन होती है आपकी कि नहीं जो जनरल सब्जेक्ट्स वाले बच्चे हैं वो नालायक होते हैं, दैट वाज समथिंग दैट वाज पुट इनटू मी कि नहीं 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 तुमने यही साइंस सब्जेक्ट्स में ही रहना है. तो आई स्टक विद दैट थ्रू आउट दोज 2 years, बट एट द सेम टाइम माई स्टडीज़ वर सफरिंग एंड इट वाज रियली डिफिकल्ट टाइम फॉर मी initially, but alhamdulillah that entire experience was really transformative for me.
Okay.
And when I went on to university, I realized that I need to switch my fields, and I went towards public administration. I did my master's in public policy from the National University of Singapore, and that's essentially the sphere that I'm working in now, public health and public policy, because I realized that दुनिया में हमारे जितने भी मसले मसाइल हैं, especially in Pakistan, they need to be resolved from the policy level, and आप as a doctor तो काम कर ही सकते हैं. And there's a lot of healthcare practitioners that are doing amazing work, and that was the field that I was going towards initially when I was doing my O and A levels. But I realized that at the same time policy level और public health के जो हमारे मसले मसाइल हैं उनको resolve करने की बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है. So that's what I'm working on now, and alhamdulillah within the past 5 to 6 years we've done some incredible stuff.
MashaAllah, that's outstanding. Abdullah, can you tell me what led to this selection?
It was a very multidisciplinary degree. उसमें आपको literally हर चीज़ पढ़ाते हैं, sociology, psychology, statistics, economics, maths, and that's something that really appealed to me because मुझे बचपन से बहुत ज़्यादा चीज़ें सीखने का शौक है. And I really enjoyed my time at NUST. I did my bachelor's in public administration from there, and ये degree जो है this is usually targeted towards people who want to do the CSS exam.
Yes.
But मेरा उसके ऊपर कोई खास emphasis नहीं था, and even after I graduated, a lot of people, including my family, were really forcing me कि यार तुम भी CSS का exam दो, बड़ा शश्का होता है, पक्की सरकारी नौकरी होती है, there's a lot of respect and prestige, but at the same time, I felt like the kind of person I am, and I feel like it has a lot to do with my time at Beacon House, because especially during my A-levels, I felt like I have a very independent, frame of thinking. So I felt like अगर मैंने government sector join कर लिया, that quality or the way I do things, that might be suppressed a little bit, because government sector में you're part of an entire machine and there's a way of doing things. तो उसमें आप एक independent thinker हो, आप बहुत ज़्यादा कोई revolutionary काम करना चाह रहे हो, if you want to do things differently from the way things are working right now, वो बहुत ज़्यादा मुश्किल हो जाता है. तो I felt like it might be a bit challenging for me.
But obviously the kind of work that you're doing, do you not need government collaboration for that?
We do. We constantly need government help, but at the same time, unfortunately, मसला यही है कि especially if you're working in the social development sector in Pakistan, आपको government help बहुत मुश्किल से मिलती है. If I talk about Embrace, which is Asia's first mental health ambulance, ठीक है? अब this is an initiative that's happening for the first time, not just in Pakistan, but essentially all of Asia. ठीक है? We are providing emergency psychiatric treatment and interventions to people who really, really deserve it and need it. But unfortunately, Pakistan में there is no regulatory authority for mental health practitioners and services. अब Pakistan में there's a lot of mental health issues, and that's both psychological issues and psychiatric issues. People facing, different illnesses like schizophrenia, bipolar disorders. There's people struggling with drug use and everything. अब उसके अंदर there's a lot of problems that people face. There's some people who would like to avail these services or ask for help. Sometimes patients call us themselves कि यार, I'm really depressed, I might hurt myself or someone else, I'm struggling with something and I really need help and somebody to come and get me. So that's one aspect of it. And at the same time, there's a lot of families that call us कि अच्छा मेरे घर में unfortunately there's a psychiatric patient, they have a bipolar disorder or schizophrenia, या फिर they're abusing drugs and they're violent and aggressive.
So what are you doing about the vetting process?
Exactly. Usually हमें जितने भी cases आते हैं they are through referral from clinics जिनके ऊपर हम trust करते हैं. They're established 15, 20, 25 साल से. We only work with clinics that we know कि अच्छा यार यहाँ पे इस तरह का काम नहीं चल रहा. Number 2, whoever we talk to, हम for example कोई patient है उसके father से हम बात करें. Father के अलावा हम उसकी mother, उसके भाई, अगर कोई चचा है, whatever, whoever is available, हम 2-3 different family members से बात करेंगे and we make sure कि उनकी जो stories हैं they align. And we have an internal psychologist जो इस चीज़ का make sure करता है that whatever cases we are getting, we have our own internal vetting process and we go over it.
So I also want to ask you, okay, because obviously the entire vetting process is qualitative in nature. So it's also determined by the perceptions which your in-house psychiatrist or psychologist has. So how do you basically make sure that that person is not abusing the power given to him or her?
So our in-house psychologists, they talk with the family, and I am on the call as well to make sure that there's a check and balance कि जो बात psychologist सुन रहे हैं वो मैं भी सुन रहा हूँ. And at the same time, once our team leaves, they go onto the scene and they also do an assessment कि अच्छा यार यहाँ पे क्या situation है, patient किस तरह से react कर रहा है. They talk with the family and find out कि यार exactly situation क्या है. And then there's a waiver as well. We have a consent form, family उस पे sign करती है with their ID cards and everything.
But Abdullah, I would also like to touch upon another aspect. अभी आपने जिन लोगों के बारे में बात की, they are basically the ones who have a willingness to actually undergo the process, either personally or the family members. But there are a lot of people who don't have that kind of awareness, and they basically associate mental awareness and mental health with madness. So have you ever thought about any sessions, workshops, awareness campaigns where you kind of feel that you could make the general public aware of what mental health is and how it's different from the concept of madness that people have?
Had a really major initiative in 2021 जिसमें we did teacher trainings across more than 100 schools throughout Pakistan.
Okay.
जिसमें we had public schools and we had low-cost private schools.
Okay.
We had 45 in Islamabad, we had 35 in Punjab, we had 15 in KPK and 20 from Balochistan in Sindh, जिसमें हमने teachers की training की about number 1 compassionate communication, psychological first aid. इसके अलावा we did a very massive, जिस issue के बारे में आपने बात की है, awareness. We did a discourse analysis of all the major newspapers and news outlets in Pakistan कि इस topic पे क्या discussion हो रही है, and there's nothing being discussed. तो इसको target करने के लिए we had a very massive digital advocacy campaign जिसमें we reached more than 3.4 million people. We had infographics, we had public service announcement videos जो हमने professionally बनाए, we had advocacy events. We did a massive job of connecting people with the resources and the information that is required. और हमारी जो online campaign थी उसमें we made sure कि it's in Urdu and other regional languages as well ताकि जो appropriate audience है उस तक ये information पहुँचे.
Understanding.
We built a socio-emotional inclusion index जिसमें हमने पूरे पाकिस्तान के जितने भी districts हैं उनको उनकी policy and implementation on the socio-emotional well-being of students के मुताबिक rank किया.
It is completely outstanding, the kind of selfless work that you're doing. So do you feel that you should also work towards support groups for people who are not directly affected, but they are actually around the people who are either bipolar or going through one or the other form of mental issues pertaining?
Definitely. I think Pakistan में जो support groups वाला element है ना वो अभी बहुत ज़्यादा lack कर रहे हैं. There's some organizations that are doing it. I really want कि हम अगले 1-2 सालों में once our embrace system is a bit consolidated because this is relatively new. हमने last year इसका public launch किया, हम आहिस्ता-आहिस्ता इसमें services include कर रहे हैं, but I really want कि अगले 1-2 साल में हम support groups वगैरह भी launch करें in major cities to make sure कि लोगों को पता हो कि यार this kind of support is available and it's accessible and it's really helpful.
So, Abdullah, if you could travel back in time, what message would you give to your former self?
If I could go back, I would just tell myself कि be a bit more empathetic, try to understand other people, where they're coming from, and generally try to make a few more friends if possible. I had a really amazing group of friends and some really good teachers and mentors as well. At that time, मेरे जो career advisors थे, Ma'am Fariha, Ma'am Asma Rabab, Sir Ahad Gul, Sir Haroon Rashid, they were an amazing bunch and I really had an amazing time with them. Or even though like उस time मेरे लिए personally थोड़ा सा difficult time था, their office and their mentorship and their companionship in my life really meant a lot, and I think that shaped me as who I am.
MashaAllah. Are you in touch with any one of them?
Yeah, I actually in touch with all of them other than I think Sir Haroon. I'm really good friends with Sir Ahad. उनके साथ मैं मिलता रहता हूँ like every few months. Ma'am Fariha से भी मेरी सलाम दुआ होती रहती है. Ma'am Asma से भी I recently met. So I'm still in touch with them and they really mean a lot to me because at that time when I was going through a bit of a tough patch in my life, they were there for me.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. And Abdullah, are you in touch with any of your friends from Beacon House?
आप इस्लामाबाद रावलपिंडी में रहते हैं ना, तो if you are a Beacon House alumni, you can go anywhere. आपको कोई ना कोई अपने बैच का जूनियर या सीनियर कहीं ना कहीं मिल जाता है. तो Beacon House का alumni network बहुत strong है, तो you can always find people that you know and they're always there to help you.
So Abdullah, how has Beacon House contributed to your journey?
I was actually the head of the art society.
Okay.
And I was a very regular member of the environmental and the community services club. And I think one of the really major things that I took away from Beacon House was my love for photography. Because this was around the time when DSLRs were sort of becoming mainstream और काफ़ी सारे students थे that were actually getting cameras. And हमारे एक बहुत अच्छे सर थे Sir Nadeem Zulfikar that I'm still in touch with today. He was a very major mentor for me as well. So at that time I started learning कि यार photography किस तरह से करते हैं. At that time I had like my camera phone, मैं उसी से pictures लेता था. And right when I graduated, before I joined university, that's when I got my first DSLR. And I became the director for Nyman when I was at NUST. उससे a lot of people knew me and बहुत ज़्यादा मेरे दोस्त बने and built a lot of industry connections as well. And eventually, in a way, I can say that the work that I'm doing today, that also stemmed from some of the connections and salam dua jo meri hui through photography. I actually met Usama, who was the founder of Saving Nine, the organization that I'm leading today. I joined Saving Nine as a marketing intern jo photography karta tha of all the workshops.
Wow.
And now I'm the CEO of this organization. And the experience and the journey that I've been through, a lot of that can be attributed towards my photography and the connections and the linkages that I've built through it.
Do you know a lot of people tackle mental health issues through art?
Yes, exactly. अब जो हमारा USIP का project था जिसके experimented with the idea of art therapy, and we connected with this expert called Jim Robinson, who's basically like a theater actor. And he works a lot on improvised theatre acting and addressing mental health issues through that.
Acha Abdullah, do you have any words of wisdom for our current students at Beacon House?
Stay true to who you are, follow your passions, trust the people around you that you feel like are contributing towards your life, and never just lose hope.
Thank you so much, Abdullah, for coming to our session of On Air with Boss. It was an absolute honor to have you here with us. And mashallah, the kind of work that you're doing for our society, for the public at large, is commendable. And I hope and pray that you continue on your journey and inshallah you get a lot of success.
Beacon House Old Student Society, BOSS, building a community together.